Hi there. This is a teaching coming to you from the Training Place of Excellence, and it's a teaching on the double entry for discount allowed. And we are delivering this under the when season. It's a season when we're just asking ourselves a few questions. When something happens, what would you do to account for that thing? And in this case, we're talking about discount allowed. That is to say, you sold something to somebody. That person is being offered a discount. That is to say, you are offering them a prompt payment discount to encourage them to pay on time. In order to settle your debt on time, you may say, okay, if you give me my money or the amount of the invoice within maybe 5 days, 10 days, 9 days, 7 days, you get a 1% discount. But if you choose to pay me in 30 days or in 60 days, depends on how many, days credit you are offering your customer, that person would then be paying the full invoice amount. That also implies to me that at the time I'm issuing out the invoice or the trade is taking place, I'm just giving you the proposal. You have the two options: pay me early and get a lower amount paid, or pay me at a later date and pay me the full amount. Or, of course, when the person takes on the discount and pays you the lower amount, you then have to be trying to identify the amount of the discount utilized. It's a discount allowed because you have offered that discount to your customer. And then, of course, you have to be able to account for the double entry for the discount that that customer has taken up. It says to us, when there is a discount allowed on a credit sale and VAT was included, what will be the double entry posting? You have allowed your customer a discount. They've taken up a discount. What will you debit and what will you credit in order to account for that discount? Please bear in mind, discount allowed is an expense to you. That expense is being borne by your organization. So it is a cost that, you are bearing. That amount will be a debit because it is an expense. What type of expense are we talking about? Discount allowed. So we will debit discount allowed with the net amount, your net amount. You would also debit VAT with the VAT amount. VAT, why? Because if you sold a transaction and at the time you sold the transaction, you charge VAT to the customer, you will then, of course, find that if the customer is now taking up a discount, they would also be utilizing the VAT, or the VAT would be part of that amount reduced. Why? Because that entire invoice carries VAT anyway. So if you're not going to pay me a part of that invoice, then of course that part as well will carry some VAT element as well. That again is dependent on if the original invoice had VAT. Please don't forget that. And then you credit SLCA with the gross amount. SLCA, why? Because you will find that when the customer bought the item from you, they bought it on credit. So I would have debited my SLCA account. That is to say, they're owing me some money. It's an asset in my hands. Oh, okay. They've now paid, but they didn't pay the full amount. But you know that it's not a part payment that was given to you. They have paid you technically the full amount, everything. It's just that you offered them a discount and they are utilizing that discount now. So it means that that discount that has been taken up by your customer needs to be removed from the debtor's account because they are no longer owing you that amount. Then you have, remember your debt click, debit expenses, assets, drawings, when any of these are increasing. What do we have in this scenario? When you have a discount allowed, that means that you have an expense. The business is bearing a burden in cost. I sold something. I'm supposed to be getting £1,000, but I've offered them a discount. So maybe they're going to take £20 discount and they would only pay me £980 rather than paying me the full £1,000. So technically, you're bearing a burden, and that is an expense. The expense is increasing. So you will debit your expense. Which expense? Discount allowed in this case. You have VAT. When you sold the asset or the item to your customer, you will find that that amount of VAT is a liability. VAT on sales is a liability in your hands because you owe that VAT to the government. It's not your money at all. But hey, I didn't actually sell this item anymore. All the VAT has been overcharged because that customer is not going to pay me the full amount. So the VAT element or the VAT proportion in that discount that has been taken over, that amount has to now be reduced from the VAT liability, and it can be classed as an asset, or the VAT on sales, which is a liability, is decreasing. So you will find that you are crediting your liabilities when it is increasing, and in this case, that VAT on sales, which is a liability, is now reducing. When that amount is reducing, you will now debit the VAT. The opposite is happening now. And then we have SLC. Remember, I've already said, when you sold the item, I'm owing you £1,000. Okay. But now the person has come to pay you and they're paying you £980. But £20 is a discount that they are taking on. So that means that your debtors is reducing. Your debtors is an asset. And if the asset is reducing, you are doing the opposite in this case. So hence, we are crediting SLC. So please remember, your scenario is the fact that a customer has paid you and now they're taking on a discount. That usually will be your prompt payment discount. If they're taking on a discount, what would you debit and credit in order to account for the discount? And that is you debit your discount allowed, debit your VAT, and you will credit your SLC. I hope this has been useful. Do not forget, hit the subscribe button, like us, follow us, and connect with us on all social media platforms and the blog on our website as well. Adios and see you later. Keep studying.